Everyone has been saying Andor Season 2 is some of the best Star Wars ever. And if anyone still disagrees after seeing episodes 7 through 9, I don't know what to tell you. These episodes were so goddamn good. They are the best episodes out of any Andor season, hands down, and some of the best Star Wars writing, period. No contest. These 3 episodes are so cinematic and so beautifully written that although they are episodes, this feels even more like a movie. Each episode just picks up right on after the other one and is so well connected. I'm so happy they're releasing 3 at once, because otherwise I would go crazy with this. Starting off with Gorman, this was the culmination of the previous 7-8 episodes beforehand, and the way they ended it was just, it could not have been any better. I loved it. I loved how the Empire set everything up and us watching it, and how it parallels a bit of real life with just media news outlets and how they set it up here. I loved how the Empire's scummy, and they love taking every chance they can to prove that time and time again. And you know what? If they want to continue proving it, I'll continue watching. I loved how they had snipers trained, well, one sniper that we saw, to kill off Imperial greenhorns just to start the riot. Fucking loved it. Fucking gold. And not to mention Cyril's arc through all of this, as I kind of thought he was going to end up, he was a double agent, he was going to turn triple, and he started to, and I loved how once he found out, and once he was caring for all of these people, that he just couldn't go through with it, and he walked away from Deidre. That was so well done. I loved it. Gorman was perfect. It was brutal. It was tense and suspenseful. The action was amazing. Gorman was exactly what we needed, and I loved it. We were right there in the middle of the action. We saw the complete massacre. It was so fucking good. It was so good, I completely forgot I had issues with the time skips. That was my biggest issue. I don't give 5 fucks. This show is so goddamn good. After these 3 episodes, I don't care what bad they do, because I just don't think it can happen. They must have something planned, because obviously I had issues with the previous episodes, given they were minor, but of course, just everything was just fixed so goddamn well with this. I loved it. I loved how Diego Luna has been saying this in so many interviews, how after season 2, we will view Rogue One as a completely different movie. And we're starting to see that here. And honestly, he's fucking right. And it's so goddamn painful. And the biggest reason for this is probably all the character development and the fantastic character writing throughout all these episodes. And I loved how we're starting to see the end game of these characters before we get to Rogue One. As I mentioned, Cyril was fucking amazing. I do kind of wish we did get to see him actually become the triple threat before we saw Andor and obviously have the end of his arc. But even though I wish it went a different way, I still think the way it went made perfect sense. I still loved it. I mean, I feel like in that situation with all the emotions that has been piling up, the confrontation with Deidre, him choking out Deidre, which was, I did not think Cyril had that in him. Whatever happened in that year time skip changed that man. And then going fisticuffs with Andor, I loved it. He was just taking a lot of rage. Obviously, did not go well for him. He's untrained versus Andor. And then Andor throughout all of this. My God, is Diego Luna and the writing team just fantastic. He's a tremendous actor. And Andor, the character, growing from even what we've seen in previous episodes to where he is at the end of episode 9 in the rebellion, albeit maybe not by his choice, and we'll get into that later, but god damn, it's so fucking good, showing how we start to see these Force users and his distrust of it before getting to the Force users in Rogue One and probably the next 3 episodes, and setting that up. I fucking love it. I love his development. I love what they're setting up with him. I love his continued development, because even though we do have these time skips and it is a bit disconnected, these characters still are so grounded, so realistic. No small part to Diego Luna and the writing team. They are fucking carrying this show. I loved everything about Andor and his character in these episodes. I loved how he's done with it all, but still goes to help Luthen as he knows that it's right, and though he does want to get out. How he helps Mon Mothma, and he's starting to see what you have to do to get this to the end. Oh, it was so good. And him finally taking more responsibility in the rebellion, I love it. And then Bix. Bix, we didn't see too much in these 3 episodes, but I loved her inclusion, and God, it fucking hurt. We knew she had to die, but the way they did it here with her departure was even more painful than I thought it would be. Hats off, full respect for her. That took major guts to do what she had to do. I'm speechless with what happened. I'm speechless with a lot of things about these episodes. I love that she's forcing Andor to do what must be done for the greater good. And I love that without this choice by Bix, the rebellion would have fallen apart. They wouldn't have gone the plans in Rogue One. New Hope wouldn't have happened, and the Empire would still be reigning to this day. All of it hinged on this one choice that Bix made, and honestly, she does not get enough credit and will never get enough thanks for what she did and what she sacrificed. And then Mon Mothma. I love this character. I love Mon Mothma so much. Her speech and what she talked about with genocide and how when we give up truth, that's when evil truly wins. Because usually, in how this works, and we've seen this paralleled in real life, truth is willingly given away. And her speech, I'm going to go back and rewatch it. It was so well done. The script writers are doing amazing, and I loved how her character, even at the start of the season, has been slowly getting more and more into this rebellion, and now we see her in her rebellion role that we saw in Rebels. I am stoked. We finally are going to get her on Yavin. We know she had to get there again from Star Wars Rebels. I'm happy we got there. She is a tremendous help to this rebellion, and I think out of all the heroes in the rebellion, like, we think of Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, I think Mon Mothma needs to be up there for everything she's done since the very beginning, since it was just an inkling of an idea. She has done so well. I love all these characters. I'm even starting to get attached to Will, albeit not as much. I still don't really need the Saw Gerrera arc from before, but I loved his inclusion here. I like how we've got to see a little bit more of him in the world, on the ground, and instead of just kind of being thrown in, he actually had a purpose. I loved it. And the emotions in this episode, again, Mon Mothma's speech was tremendous. The emotions played through it, and you can't tell me you didn't feel something while watching that speech. And then the tension through Gorman and just the buildup of everything that we've been going through until now was so well done, and the payoff was amazing. The tension throughout these episodes were almost constant. Even during the peaceful moments, you still have this tension in your mind, and they did a great job with the music and the writing to keep it going. I fucking am so excited for those last 3 episodes. And we finally get KS2O, who does appear in Rogue One, played by Alan Tudyk, and we finally got him in these episodes, and we're so gonna see him later. I can't wait. The actors in this show are fucking amazing. There's not a single thing fucking wrong with these episodes. Nothing at all. And I love this show for different reasons that I love other pieces of Star Wars. I think this show is perfect for exactly what it's doing. Being grounded, realistic in the Star Wars universe, being realistic, and showing what it's like to be everyday people and what sparks and starts a rebellion. Versus, like, Revenge of the Sith. I love it for completely different reasons. I think they're both perfect, but in different ways, if that makes sense. And I think this is definitely one of the best pieces of Star Wars ever. And if you think differently, let me know in the comments. I know before I was complaining about how slow it was just for, like, in a couple of moments, but upon a rewatch, I think this show is going to be fucking fluid. It's going to be so fucking good. These 3 episodes sealed it. Even if the next 3 episodes are just good, and I do not think they're just going to be just good. I think they're still going to be amazing. I still think these 3 episodes alone just carried the show to new heights. And on a little bit more of a sadder, realer note, as you've noticed, it's just me today. Unfortunately, Edward has had some health issues and is going to be out for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, it won't be much longer than a month, but we don't know for sure yet. Estimated, again, is about a month, but I don't want to get my hopes up too much, but I hope he makes a speedy recovery. I know a lot of you guys enjoy watching this for Edward. I know that's how it is. If you could just wish him good luck. I know that his family may be looking in the comments. Just, it's nice to see. And he is not in any danger, but it would be appreciated. And on that note, I know it's a terrible way to end a video, so I do apologize. But thank you guys so much for watching. For those who have been following the channel, especially through these times, I do greatly appreciate you, and I know Edward does as well. Thank you all so much. If you enjoyed this video, you can check out our previous Andor reviews, and let us know what you thought about Andor 7 through 9. Thank you guys. Truly.